this is the real deal. There is no script on this one. There is no rehearsal. There is no dry run for this. This is a real life situation. I'm definitely sure there's quite a lot of people that need to hear this outside there. And if you know anybody that has a need for this, please share this video. Depression is real out there. Let us open an ear to listen to someone who might be going through something hectic. Sometimes we may never know. You may think that all is well until something happens, and when you go like, we didn't even know, we didn't even suspect anything. That is the reality of life. So yours and my responsibility is to make sure that we become conscious of whatever thing that we do, that we say, to make sure that we make as much a positive impact in people's lives on our Facebook accounts, instead of spreading lies about people, instead of spreading hate about people, instead of sharing stuff that are destructive about people. Let us try to spend our datas and our efforts into something bigger, something good for humanity.
So I feel overwhelmed when time goes on. As this is overwhelming for me now. Now I feel low self-esteem. I feel sometimes I feel I live my life according to the way people see me, especially my partner. He's so negative when it comes to me.
Oh no.
So now I feel maybe this could be signs of depression.
Now, do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 31.
Only 31.
Yeah.
And you're saying that you've actually been living a life of fulfilling people's expectations about your life instead of actually looking for what it is that makes you happy. Now, one other thing is that is of interest for me is, when did you start realizing that, hey, Apa Ingati, I have put myself in the back seat and everybody else's business is before my own personal wellness and mental health, as it were?
Yeah, it's off late. I have 2 kids.
2 kids?
Yes, I have 2 kids.
How old are they?
My firstborn is 12 now.
12, yes.
And then the other one is just a couple of months, 8 months.
Now, there comes an issue of your partner. That really got me, because immediately when you told me that you are in a toxic relationship, I was like, oh my word. So what do you mean you're in a toxic relationship?
He's very abusive. Eh? He's abusive emotionally, even physically.
Physically as well?
Yeah.
No,
he gets
man.
very physical with me. You know. So I'm not supposed to question anything about him. I'm just supposed to look. And I feel that sometimes I'm just being forced to be in this relationship because he just doesn't take it. It's like I'm playing. You know.
How long has this been going on?
So yeah, that's just about it.
How long has this been going on?
Ever since I've known him.
Are we talking months? Are we talking years?
Years. We've been together for 4 years now.
For 4 years. And that relationship has been like that all the time?
There's no time he has not been like that. He cheats, he lies, he steals from me, he's just manipulative. Like all these negative things. And he knows my weak points, and every time he just comes back in Leon, so he just knows the strategy to use. You know, and then I don't even know how to get myself out of this. I don't know whether it's love or lust or getting used to or being afraid.
That it cannot be love. No.
Yes, it's not.
It cannot be love, sweetie. Because here is what I have a problem with. Ne? I have a problem with you finding out the hard way that it was not love.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want for that to happen. But I must say, here is the thing that I need to say. I need to say to you that I salute you. I respect you for actually taking a stand and doing something about your situation, because I believe this is the very first step to actually doing something about your situation and actually getting yourself out. You do not deserve, no one deserves to be in that kind of a relationship. It doesn't matter what calls for it. Sometimes the reasons may sound like they are ziyavakala, but there's absolutely no reason that will justify into yokubana ube in an abusive relationship, whether it be emotionally, financially, or physically. It cannot be like that. It can't. A person who loves you will not abuse you emotionally, will not abuse you financially, will not abuse you physically. If that person loves you, they will not do that. You say, amongst other things, he's lying, he's cheating, he's stealing from you. That doesn't sound to me like a love relationship, dear.
There's something like in the realization, me being raised in a broken home like I did. I think learned to lay because I grew up seeing my father abusing my mother. So in both of my partners, the baby daddies, both of them, I just saw my father in them, Every now and then, I just see my father in them. I'm asking myself, why am I attracting people abafana, So I guess I'm attracting my past, And I have this thing, the reason why in the I feel I can fix them.
You will not.
And then now,
you'll not fix him.
I don't even know what love is, because what I thought my parents were showing me, I thought that was love. And remember, I trust my parents with everything. I mean, they brought me in this world. So if that's what they presented to me, which means that's what I have to go with.
No,
so now
it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to be
exactly
like that. But there are many like you, and my heart really bleeds. There are many who are in your situation who do not have okanye engakafiki kuwe engqondweni zabo ukuthi wake up and smell the coffee. It's not too late. Get out whilst you can walk out with both your legs or your feet, than to wait for the time when it will be a different story. I said earlier on that you are a beautiful young woman. You're talking about physical abuse. What if your face is scratched in the process? Because that you're talking about, that's violence. And when a person is in a state of violence and rage, they are not thinking properly. Just the mere fact that they can actually even start to get there, it means they are no longer in control of their faculties, and they don't care about your well-being. So anything may happen, and they will call it an accident. What I'm saying to you, Mdazekaya, is I really do not have a straight cut answers, but I promise you, you are better off without an abusive man. You are better off without abusive relationships. You were born alone, and now you have a responsibility of your children. If anything happens to you, they are going to take the biggest brunt. And everybody else will go on with their lives, and soon they will forget about you until Facebook reminds them that there was a person like you. Your kids are not going to benefit anything out of that. There's something about children that enables them to feel even the atmosphere, even when you're not saying anything. Even when you think that I've got this covered up nicely, kids will pick that up. Then they will not say anything to you.
They won't.
You'll be shocked when you are old and gray, when your daughter is going through something hectic, and they say, when I was a toddler, this is what happened. This is what happened. This is how it affected me. Can you imagine that?
That's why I wanted to hear a man's version of advice. Like, you're the only male. And because I wanted to see something with where did I go wrong, or what? Or where am I missing the point?
Can I interject to you there before you even continue? There's something that you are saying there, and it's a pain to my heart. You are in a relationship where you are being abused. You are the victim, yet you are trying to find fault in yourself. That's how terrible and toxic your relationship has become.
That's how.
You should never, ever try to find fault, because I can promise you this: as I'm speaking to you, I'm no perfect standard for what a man should be. I have my own faults. I have my own faults. My wife has her own faults. Humanity nje is riddled with fault. So what is important is, are we able to live with each other? And for me, the most important thing in a relationship, are we able to build each other?
Yeah.
Are we so interested in each other that we can be in a position to live with each other's weaknesses? Because if I cannot be able to live with your weaknesses, I should go and look somewhere else where I'll find the perfect person, and chances are you'll never find any such.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
True.
having considered that, have you told him about it? The breakup, that is.
The breakup now, because he's not even here. I'm just thinking about it because we recently had a huge fight. You know, so like I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm so tired because of now. I'm tired of blaming myself. I'm tired of finding something wrong with me
Because you're not going to find it.
You know, I'm just
Unless or you are going to make it up in your own mind.
You know, exactly. You end up making it up in your own mind and doing a career. So I'm tired of doing this to myself. I feel like I'm feeding myself poison just being with him. You know, and I'm at the point where when he comes and visits us, I just feel suffocated. You know, I just can't wait for him to go. So there's no point in me wanting this anymore.
There is no point for you.
I think I'll do better.
You
look, Mamela, that really helped. I feel like something has left me.
It's such a pleasure.
You know.
I need to thank you for making me feel so important.
Yeah, you actually what made you look indicated now like in your post, everything. You're so open, you're so real. And then I have so much respect for you.
I appreciate
so
that.
I felt I just go with my gut sometimes. I just felt that you're the right person to talk to.
Thank you so much. You did well. Thank you ever so much. Never ever be afraid to reach out for help.
Okay, and thank you so much for the call.
Bless you, dear. Have an awesome day.
All right, thank you.